My name is Ralph Remick, and I am a World War II veteran. So I think there was 5 of them in my class that all signed up. Went through my basic training, and during basic training, of course, I was working to see where we were going to go. After basic training, we shipped to California. Next thing we know, we're all aboard of this Victory ship, headed for Japan. And it was 14 days on water. During one of them big storms, too. We ended up in Yokohama Harbor, and the base that I ended up in was a Japanese seaplane base. That was our headquarters. Our unit was an offset of the 24th Infantry Division. I ended up in the motor pool. Then we started traveling from that base with guides. This is what we were there for, was to go work with the government. Go around to all the different towns, cities, whatever you want to call them, and show them how we worked and how they could work. Then we started going out, village to village to village to village, and see what the people were going through. I mean, young children running around there with pot bellies big as balloons stuck on the front of them because they didn't have anything to eat. We saw a lot of that, and they had a hard time to get the people to come out. And you'll be surprised that the young people, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, would come out and get around the jeeps and the trucks and stuff and give us big hugs. 2/3 of the Japanese people really didn't know what was going on. The lieutenant said, "There's one other place we got to go," and he says, "I hope we can find it." It was a Japanese naval base. The old man there, I mean, he must have been 80 years old. He said, "Oh yeah," he said, "you know, almost good English." Come up and says, "Yeah," he says, "you can stay with us." So we went into their house that afternoon, and they fed us, you know, rice and whatever they have to eat. Yeah, and they said, "We'll put you up at night." Well, I think maybe it was in the second night. We went down cellar. The old man came down and said, "Come on, boys, I want to show you something." Down cellar, there was a big flat wall. On that wall was the autographed addresses of 13 American prisoners that they had taken off the shores and the boats and things, and they hid them in that basement. And there the names and everything were right on there. And the grandfather, which, I mean, you could tell just the way he acted and talked, he was against this whole thing as far as the war was concerned. And he says, "I want to show you something else." Okay. We took this walk down a big dock. Oh, great big nice pier out there, like that. And he says, "Do you know what was built right here?" I said, "I have no idea. I never lived here." The Japanese started building one of the biggest aircraft carriers in the world. And he says, "You know where it is?" I said, "No, I have no idea. Come on, I'll show you." He took us out on the dock, and there's the aircraft carrier. Well, the United States government bombed it and sunk it and put it in that harbor, and it's laying right there today. And we went into Tokyo to a big warehouse off towards Yokohama Harbor. Well, during that time, we kind of wandered around a little bit and things, and there was a little town there. They fixed it up for us, USO and the Red Cross. You go out through the door and look up the street, nothing. Nagasaki, that's where the second bomb hit. It was perfectly flat, almost 3 miles wide, probably 8 or 10 miles this way. Nothing, just burnt ground, that's all there was there. And they decided that what we had done was enough. We didn't need us anymore. And I spent 43 years inside the mill.